kuponywa maisha. Hakutatuzuia sisi wananchi kunyakua uhuru wetu na haki ya jasho letu na haki ya jasho letu. Tumekataa kupiga magoti mbele ya hawa wauaji, ila sasa sisi pia ni watu. Hali ya utumwa tumeikata, hali ya utumwa tumeikata. Tutanyakua mashamba yetu, tupiganie uhuru wetu, tuikomboe elimu yetu, utamaduni na viwanda vyetu, tukomboe utamaduni na viwanda vyetu. Sisi hatutaki kudhulumiwa, hatutaki tena mauaji, ili kupe tuliangushe. Akina uhuru zichanue, akina uhuru zichanue. Uhuru wetu wa Kenya, wa Kenya, uhuru wetu wa Kenya, tupiganie mashamba yetu wa Kenya, wa Kenya, mashamba yetu wa Kenya, tupiganie elimu yetu wa Kenya, wa Kenya, elimu yetu wa Kenya, tuikomboe katiba yetu wa Kenya, wa Kenya, katiba yetu wa Kenya, tutekeleze katiba yetu wa Kenya, wa Kenya, katiba yetu wa Kenya, tutekeleze. Ole yo, ole yo.
People power,
higher power.
People power,
higher power.
Higher power.
People power.
Higher power.
People power.
.ke. Thank you. Bob Njagi, Chairman of the Free Kenya Movement. That's the end of statement.
People power,
Higher power.
people power,
Higher power.
higher power,
People power.
higher power.
People power.
Who are the people?
We are the people.
Who are the people?
We are the people.
Watu ni nguvu,
Nguvu ni watu.
watu ni nguvu,
Nguvu ni watu.
Asanteni.
So I would like to next. Let me ask Pastor Julius Kamau to make a statement. I think you can come closer here, Julius, and then Florence is going to follow Julius, and then we shall wrap it up with General Mulialia Okum. Gen Z also will say something.
Thank you.
So, you come here. So the camera doesn't move.
Thank you so much, members of Free Kenya, members of the press, Bob Njagi, and everyone who is gathered here today. And so we are gathered here because of what has been happening recently in our country. I think the problems in our country are as many as we are. You don't even know where to start. But I think we'll touch on the issue of police abductions and killings in this country. It's so sad that what we saw happening in our country during the Gen Z's revolution was very sad. People lost their rights. Very many people on 25th, many people were shot dead by the police because of just for the simple crime of standing up and saying that we are tired of corruption, we are tired of bad governance, and we are tired of being jobless in our country. It's something that should never have happened, and we must push for justice for those people, and we must fight for change, because these people must be held into account. We want accountability in our country. So what I would say is that I think it's time for us as Kenyans to ask ourselves some deep questions. We must do a deep soul searching. I think it's time for us to address the root cause of our problems, because I believe these things will continue. They continue happening unless we find a solution. We are seeking answers, because right now the country is held to ransom by two people in this country. That is the deputy president and the president of this country. And nothing is happening. Businesses are struggling because we are talking about two individuals only in a Kenya of 50 million people. So what I'm saying is, let us address the root cause of our problem. Because these killings of the police killings, I think it's not going to end anytime soon, until people are held into account, until people are prosecuted in a court of law. And if a court cannot prosecute these people, then I believe it's time for us as the people of Kenya to come out and fight a way where we stop these things. I believe police killings is a colonial vestige in this country. It's happening because we have refused over the years to address the injustices that have been committed in Africa for all this long time. And so it's repeating itself because we are refused to address the root cause. I believe we are still living with colonial trauma, because all the atrocities that were committed during colonialism in this country have never been addressed. It's so sad to say that police in Kenya are trained to believe that poor people are their enemies in this country, and that is so sad. So that's why I'm saying we need to change the systems. Police are trained to believe poor people are the enemies, whereas the real enemies of this country are the leaders who are in power, who abuse power, and who use lies to continue clinging into power. Whereas the people have said clearly, we do not want you in power. These are problems that we must counter once and for all, and put an end to these people who feel so entitled that they must be in power. I don't know. With all the killings that happened, I thought that the president would see sense and resign from power, because that would have been the most honorable thing to do for this president, for Mr. President William Ruto, and this government. But they did not. There's a problem in Africa where African leaders do not resign or admit responsibility for their mistakes. So still we'll continue having these problems again and again. Like now, maybe we are planning to go to the streets again. The same things will repeat because these people, nothing happened to them. Nothing happened to them. Our people were killed, and no police officer has been arrested and taken to court to be prosecuted for crime of killing innocent Kenyans. I believe it's time for us to join hands together and see how we can push these issues until justice is done for these people once and for all. And that's how we'll be able to get change. Because this is possible to change these leaders from power, get them out of power, and get new leaders who are concerned about their people, the interests of their own people, not greedy people who are out to abuse power to enrich themselves at the expense of the people. I'll stop there, but there are so many issues that we should tackle, we should address, but we'll continue pushing until justice is done. Bob Jagi has said that he is going to push this case to its logical conclusion. We are going to work with him and with the members of Free Kenya until the very end. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Viva comrade.
People power.
Higher power.
Free Kenya.
Everywhere.
Free Kenya.
Everywhere.
Who are the people?
We are the people.
Aluta continue.